Jordan, Iain, who decided to build a conservatory onto their house and undertake all of the building work themselves. But 10 shovel digs in on the first day, and they revealed a crashed, buried UFO. So they reported it to the government, and no one has heard from them since.
Wolfgang Puck?
No, 2 guys. What? Hello, and welcome to episode 142 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where today we're lucky to have a guest in the form of our friend James, because that means that we get to talk about all the fantastic stuff that we have coming up. Jordan and James, how the heck are you both?
Proper fanboying over here. I've listened to every episode and bonus episode, so
I'm so sorry.
It's just beautiful to see it in the flesh.
And the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this kind of endearment. Like, I'm uncomfortable.
I never knew you did it naked.
I did say in a previous episode that we podcast naked, so I mean, if
Fair
you listen
enough.
to every episode, it's fair enough that that's gotten buried in the memories.
Yeah, the sock doesn't fit there.
I lost one of my own. I had to use one of my wife's ankle socks. Covers the balls as well.
I know that feeling.
But James, me old sausage, how are you doing, mate?
Well, my bank got hacked.
Oh no.
But other than that, I'm all right.
Nice.
So physical you is okay, but
Bank account,
internet
mate.
banky James is not so
Yeah,
good.
they were good. They got it straight away because I can't take a transaction out here and in Bristol at the same time, so they figured it out. But annoying, as I've got no money.
I'm pissed off because I was just about to buy some screws at Screwfix, and all of a sudden the bank card that I found got cancelled.
That's it.
It's really weird, that.
It's when you were in Bristol, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was in Bristol, you know, and I'd done a little day out. I thought, oh, you know what, I'll get to drill while I'm here. And then all of a sudden cancelled.
I think it's more that they saw, not that it was in Bristol, but it was something from Screwfix and my levels of DIY.
They were like, hang on a minute.
I once put on a toilet seat and couldn't figure out why it wasn't working and realised it was upside down.
Oh.
That's my level of DIY ability.
So wait, hang on. Let me paint this picture. So the actual part you sit on was upright.
Yeah, I was really proud of myself. And yeah, I tried to put it down. I was like, why isn't this working? And then looked, I was like, yeah.
You closed it into the 4th dimension.
Yeah, wow.
Amazing. Oh, well, good to know. Jordan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm all right.
Good to know. You've had a busy day, yeah. You've been working and editing
I have.
like a dog because someone, one of us, won't say who, f***ed something up.
It was just a paranormal thing, wasn't it?
Yes, absolute. Blame the ghosts. Ghosts in the machine. It was them, not me, I swear.
No, it was just the ghosties that were sort of like shortening bits of audio and lengthening others, and they all had to be in alignment together because there was 4 people in a room at once. You know, it was easy stuff.
You know what? I'm gonna flip this and be like, and if you want to know what Jordan is talking about, you can listen to bonus episode 26, available on the Patreon right now for just £3. And you know, have a listen. Was that good? Good advert?
That was beautiful, Iain.
Talking of which, I got you both a present.
Oh no!
Ooh, what?
Amazing.
It's a dib dab.
Not a dip dab.
Yeah, dip dab. Yeah.
Total Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And I just found out as well the other night that my wife loves these, but in the 10 years that we've been together, she's never once mentioned it or ever had one.
Secret dip dabber.
Possibly.
When you leave the house, she's like bathing in them, just like emptying packet after packet.
I love me some sherbet.
A Coke addict, but with sherbet.
Yeah, I thought it was the Coke that she was into, but no.
You go and you've got a white powder under her nose. You're like, oh, again? Just like, yeah. You're a lot less hyper than I thought you'd be.
Maybe it was a sugar high.
I've always loved sherbet, and when I was a kid, I found some on the side of the counter at home, and I kind of licked it all up, and as the kind of taste sensation went in my mouth, I found out afterwards it was ant killer.
Oh no.
And sadly, your aunt died that night.
She did. And I was, as a kid, sat there like really nervous because I didn't dare tell my parents that I'd eaten their ant killer, and at the same time was worried that I might die.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's one of those catch-22s. I can get in trouble or I can die. Which one? Definitely don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. If I died, I wouldn't have got in trouble. I wouldn't have known.
Exactly, yeah.
That's true.
So,
Take the death, yeah.
I mean, they might have cursed you afterwards there.
Yeah.
Like that, James.
All those ants.
Yeah.
Getting overrun with ants.
Infestation, Jesus.
James.
Antichrist is here again.
Never knew that. I love it.
So, first things first. A while ago, Jordan and I said that we were trying to arrange a visit to Pontefract to visit the home of the infamous Black Monk.
Yes.
And that didn't turn out quite so well, but we have now managed to secure ourselves a stay, which is booked for next year. And we are going with James. James, what can we expect?
It's quite an interesting one.
A decent night's sleep.
Obviously, we know the stories and things, but I always approach things from a different angle, and I go in the same as I would if I was working as a social worker. I go in and try and kind of interact from a personable level.
Yeah.
And I got quite similar in return, but I know some people can get quite hostile things. Other people have gone in there, had a lovely feeling. Other people, nothing has happened. So it could be an interesting one.
How comfy the mattresses?
One of them is waterproof. I noticed that.
Oh, I'll have that
scary one.
Yeah, I was going to say, that'll be Jordan's. I'm going to call it now. I can guarantee that I am going to walk in and feel nothing. Even if something does happen, I am not very sensitive to it. So I'll be like, yeah, it's just a house.
It's just a bit cold. Stick the heating on.
Yeah, stick the heating on. No, you very carefully orientated it so that we go in spring, so that we're not freezing.
It's very true, yes.
Last time I was in there, immediately my power died. My phone was 100%, and it literally went in, and I was down to like 12%.
Wow.
So this is something I wanted to ask you. This is a perfect opportunity for it. So when you go out on investigations, and you obviously have to use some form of electronic equipment, and when that does happen, let's say it was your phone or your torch and you're in the middle of nowhere, what do you do when you cannot see where you're going and the device you're using is gone?
I'm pretty good in the dark. I can see quite well.
He's part ant.
He's part ant.
I walk about, like, people find me weird because I do walk about my house in just darkness. I find it quite easy. I don't get scared. So that bit's all right. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I did an investigation years ago when I was part of a different team, and they had like 5 cameras, loads of electronic gear. They were very professional. I mean, these guys, I won't say them, but they've been involved in TV and everything. And we went to I've told you before about Friday Youth Centre being in there, and we went in and immediately, like, everything was being charged, ready to go, and it was everything was dead. The batteries completely just emptied.
That's when you know the entity's fucking charging itself up for a good night.
Yeah.
I did take Iain, actually, and the batteries had died, and then I forgot the spare batteries.
Oh, no.
So that wasn't
You could have
useful.
just said, oh, they died too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was annoying. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just part of paranormal investigation. I think on the positive, when that happens, you know you're probably in for a good night.
Yeah.
Because it seems to be taking some charge for something else. But yeah, it can be frustrating. I mean, that night I was live streaming. It was for charity, and I had to plug my phone in, so I was limited to where I could go because I didn't want to turn it off because it meant less donations. And then while it was charging as well, the phone was like moving, and I put my hands up on screen. I was like, look, it's not me. And it was kind of just being moved about.
Oh, the Black Monk wanted a selfie.
Yeah. It was a really interesting place,
Yeah.
There's a vibe, and I think everyone listening, whether you're an empath or not, will kind of understand that you can maybe go into a room with 2 people and they're all smiling and it's cheerful and normal, but you know they've just had an argument because there's a feeling in the air. And that's kind of like how I describe it. And Pontefract definitely has a vibe. Now, whether that is because something is there or because so many people go in and consciously open up their mind, attract something there, who knows? But it's an interesting kind of playground of research.
Really looking forward to going.
I am and I'm not, because I know that I'll be terrified if something does happen.
It'll be Grandpa. You've got big old Daddy James over there to protect you.
Oh, thanks, Daddy James.
It's off. Get out of here. You're scaring Jordan.
Oh, I can't wait, though. It'll be good.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get dragged upstairs by my neck.
I'll start that out for you, mate.
Yeah.
I'll give you a full experience. Of course, so we will be bringing all of our equipment with us.
Yes.
And we'll be doing, I think, the way I've kind of envisioned it, I don't know if this is going to be the way, because I'm usually wrong, but we're going to like maybe do like quick check-ins, or like, you know, we'll do like an investigation in a room or something, then we'll do like a quick record check-in, and you're bringing Matt, videographer.
Yeah.
So I dare say it'll be going on your Confessions of a Ghost Boy YouTube channel.
Hopefully, yeah, if we get some activity and stuff.
Yeah, if it doesn't zap the power.
Yeah.
I'll get my nipples out, get us banned from that as well, if you like.
I think, we might get more views on that one.
We definitely would.
I mean, you know, I don't want to blow my own horn, but I got some pretty damn good nipples.
They are beautiful.
Beautiful. I think it's a niche market for paranormal OnlyFans.
Paranormal nipples.
Ectoplasm everywhere.
But the second big bit of fucking news that we have, for some reason, forgotten to talk about up until now.
True. But now is a good opportunity because it does involve James too.
Exactly. Is the fact that in October, us two guys have been lucky enough to secure hosting duties for a super spooky evening of paranormal chat. The guests in attendance will be the fantastic poltergeist hunter, our one and only James Koppert, paranormal expert Iain Linford, medium Pamela Hayward, and the one and only author of the Truth Proof books, Paul Sinclair, a hero of mine who I cannot wait to talk to.
Yeah.
It's being held at the Railway Club in Scarborough, UK. Tickets are available for just £5. We will stick the link in the description of this episode, so if you want to see us fail, because we don't have editing to hide behind, you can pick up some tickets and we will see you there. But the spiel out the way, tell us about that. What's going to happen?
I think it's going to be a really fascinating night, genuinely. I mean, Paul is a wonderful man. He's dedicated so much of his life and time to research. He's really interesting. He's a very genuine, wholesome guy. And we're really grateful that he's given this time. It's for charity as well.
Yeah.
And I think that anyone that's a fan of Paul's or interested in ufology, paranormal, anything Fortean and high strangeness will have a good night. Pamela's part of my investigation team. She's a medium. She's taught all over the world as well, so she teaches it. She does demonstrations.
Which she will be doing on the night?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Obviously, you can't guarantee it, and I think Pamela wants to be really clear because she's genuine. She doesn't want to say that you'll definitely get something. Of course. She's going to try because she wants people to believe. So she's hoping to give kind of evidence of what she believes. Pamela and I also have very different beliefs, which is wonderful in a way because although some teams couldn't work together, we have different beliefs and really respect each other. So Pamela is very much from the idea of the spirit activities is for people that have passed, that are trying to communicate, which is kind of different to my ideas on the whole.
I'll say mine too.
But I really respect her. I've seen her work. I think she's incredible. I think she definitely has some type of ability, and she'll be kind of answering questions on her understanding and beliefs and hopefully proving some of her ability to communicate on the night as well.
Smash him.
Exciting.
Yeah, and Paul will be discussing his ideas. I imagine they might contradict all of ours as well, but we all respect each other, so
We'll have to hold you all back from a fight. That brawl.
I just think it'd be anyone that wants to come is going to have a really kind of interesting night.
Yeah, it's not just going to be boring sitting down going, well, I once saw a ghost. It was...
I'll have to change my script then.
You're just not coming, mate. But it's going to be an incredibly interesting night. I am wholly looking forward to it. It was your fault that we got roped into hosting this, so we can only thank you for the opportunity.
Well, it's a wonderful opportunity to do something fun for Halloween, and everyone complains that there's nothing on or it's the same old stuff.
Yep.
But also, like, Survive is a really important charity here in our area, and they've actually had to close their waiting list because they're so oversubscribed. So just giving some funding. They're for victims of sexual violence, and so raising money for them is... I did something last year that was a gig. Hopefully do something every year, and I think this is just a really good opportunity to give something back to them.
Lovely. Totally agree. Can't wait to be part of it.
And also, on top of that, fancy dresses advised.
Yeah.
And encouraged.
What I probably haven't mentioned to you two is I'm doing a ghost tour before.
Oh, the same night?
Yeah, so I'll probably be in my my ghost guide.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll look quite interesting.
I can guarantee you'll be the only one in fancy dress. There'll be like a completely serious panel set up there and just zoom across to you all dressed up.
Oh, look, it's Miss Bo Peep.
Paul will be like, what's going on?
Yeah, I thought it wasn't a stitch up, James.
Yeah, we also, November the 1st, I'm doing something with the Black Widow as well. That's so she's doing one of her ghost tours of Scarborough. Then we're finishing at the Market Vaults to do a paranormal investigation.
Are people allowed into that? Or
it's open. There's only 20 tickets. It's £13, and that's to cover the tour and just the hireage of the hall. And it should be a really interesting night because there's plenty of stuff kind of going on down there.
Excellent.
So on to the meat of today. James, I hear you have some spooky stories to tell us.
I do. I've got 3 of the ghost stories from our town to tell you.
Smashing.
Exciting. Which is Scarborough.
It is, yeah.
Very much looking forward to hearing that. And Jordan, what about your pretty little self, mate? What you got for us?
So I thought I would have a little bit of fun, and I was debating whether or not to do this with just James or both of you. But I have a little...
Not opposed to being part of a threesome.
I thought maybe the viewers, the listeners, could enjoy a bit of a paranormal quiz. I'll explain it as we get to it, but I'm hoping it would be a bit of fun.
Okay, so am I not to be part of that? Can I just like relax and eat my dib dab?
If you like.
Oh, sweet, mate. Well, looking forward to this episode.
I'll be honest, I don't think James needs any help, really, but...
I'm terrible at remembering names. I know events and what happens, but you asked me the name of things. I've never remembered.
Oh, no. This is not as specific specific. You'll see when we get there.
And it's definitely listeners, not viewers, because you got banned.
That is true. Cool. So yeah, that's my plan.
Smash him.
And Ian, what on earth have you got for us?
Well, Jordan and James, today I have a short list of some cursed objects for you. And this isn't the usual stuff like the Hope Diamond or Egyptian mummies, tombs, and all that fucking box that's everywhere all the time. But this is some stuff that I'm hoping neither of you have ever heard about before.
I probably haven't.
And James, I'm very intrigued to know if you have.
I was next to a cursed object the other day.
Is that when we went out to town?
Ian.
Yeah.
The dead man's chair in Thirsk.
Of course!
Yeah.
You know what? That was going to come up in this episode.
It's already come up, I'm not excited.
Yeah. I don't know where that table was rocking. But no, you posted that TikTok saying that you were there and you sent it to me as well. And I was like, delete that from my episode then. Anyway, so shall we just jump into the good stuff of today?
Yeah, why not?
Nice one. First of all, we have something called the Bassano vase from Italy. Ever heard of this?
No.
Whoa, nice one. Bringing the paranormal knowledge to everyone. Legend says that it was forged in a small village near Nepali in the 15th century. It was a heavy, handcrafted silver vase polished to a mirror shine. It was supposedly commissioned as a wedding gift for a young bride for a wealthy family, and the day that it was presented, the household celebrated late into the night. But before sunlight broke, the bride was dead. Dun dun dun. Jordan doesn't seem fazed by that. He's like, yeah.
I've heard some shit.
Okay, fair enough. She had been murdered. How's that? Now he's shocked, people. Some say it was by a jealous ex-lover, others claimed it was by a family rival, but a few whispered that it may have even been the groom himself.
It wasn't me.
No, sorry, I was expecting a...
I thought you were going to say it was the vase itself.
The vase with the sword in the dining room.
Cluedo.
Yeah.
The vase with the sword.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like to play the vase when I play that game.
Not the vase with the gun, or the vase with the screwdriver. The one with the sword, he's a bastard. He's had it out for her since she was born. But friends, that one detail most versions agree on. I'll say that again. But friends, the one detail... I'll say it again. But friends, the one detail that most...
Oh, you got it right.
I did, thank you.
But friends.
But bastards, the one version that everyone agrees on is that when she was found, she was clutching the vase, and doing so, cursed it.
No.
We do have sound effects we can put in.
Sorry, I'll stop. From that point on, it is said to have drifted quietly from owner to owner for centuries, and each time a pattern repeated, a sudden, unnatural death. In the 19th and 20th centuries, the trail gets clearer, mainly probably due to written records. One owner was struck down by an unknown illness within weeks. Another had an unexplained car accident. The deaths were always abrupt and never seemed connected to each other, other than the fact that each had the vase sitting in their homes. Spooky fucking business. We have sound effects.
Sorry.
By the early 1980s, the legend was so strong that when the vase resurfaced in Campania, the police got wind of it and they reportedly got their hands on it, wrapped it up, along with a note reading, "Beware, the vase brings death," and tried to get it somewhere that it could kill nobody ever again. But nobody wanted to claim it. Not museums, not collectors. So finally, they encased it in a lead-lined box and buried it in a secret location where only a handful of people know.
Why did they not destroy it?
Good idea, Jordan. Maybe that would, bring the curse to them, and then, when it's not attached to an item, it can be anywhere at any time.
Fair enough, really.
Yeah, just stick the f***ing vase in the ground. I think that's the best idea.
Vase?
Vase.
That's for the American listeners.
It was, yeah. Inclusive in this podcast.
A vase is a bit shit, innit? Like, of all the haunted objects, a vase.
Sorry.
No, not for you. Telling the story.
Okay, right.
It's just
Could
like...
be worse, though. It could be like a biro.
I don't know, haunted biro. Imagine what you write.
I mean, it doesn't move.
It just kills you.
And the ink's ran out.
Did anyone put any flowers in the vase?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was just lonely. Maybe it was just like, I just want some flowers. And everyone was like,
pretty.
just be pretty.
I want
You
it to be
flowered,
pretty.
the shiny vase.
A bit of bleach. Yeah, it's meant to help the flowers.
Keep it alive, yeah.
Was that lemonade?
Gardening
It's one
tip.
of them.
That's what they do in it. In flowers that you buy in shops, that little sachet. It's like
It smells like bleach, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a horrible flower food
I
compound.
think that's the problem. If they just gave it that.
Bit of toilet duck.
I think let's get serious here. The woman who died, no one gave her any flowers at her funeral. I was about to say wedding
Could
or
be
a
both.
funeral. Yeah, like angry. All I want is some flowers,
And then she
didn't
just
get
came.
any.
And it still didn't get any when
It
she
was
was
just like it's
dead.
cursed. We're not putting any in. Every touch, fucking killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good idea.
I think that's it. Solved it.
I think
Just give it
I think that's
flowers.
probably it.
And now it's in the ground, flowers are growing above it, it's at rest. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. Very
that is
poetic.
lovely.
And I think, this isn't a serious podcast, so...
I was being serious.
Well, you said let's get serious, so we're going to have to omit all of that because it's a comedy podcast. Would you like to say something stupid? Maybe like, Booby's Bum Willy or something, just to bring the comedy back in.
How have you seen my baby bum willy?
Hey!
Comedy gold. Let's let me have you on. Okay, so next we have the woman from Lem statue.
Oh, is that a real place?
Lem statue.
Lemb.
Lemb.
Yep.
Sounds like someone dyslexic wrote lamb. Is it a statue of a lamb?
It isn't, it's a woman.
Is it a statue of a lem?
Lemsip.
Yeah, that's what I obviously thought you were going to say.
Her hips.
The place is in Cyprus.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah? Okay,
Oh,
we
it's
all on
horrendous.
board now?
Cypriot lemsip.
Do we know where Cyprus is? Are we okay to carry on?
I know it's hot here as we're recording, but it'd be hot there.
Probably. And maybe also in places like Portugal, it might be warm.
Nah, it's freezing.
Doncaster.
Boiling.
Did you know, interesting fact, my parents told me, because my mother is originally from Doncaster.
Is she really?
She is indeed.
I'm sorry.
So I know, apparently, Doncaster was gifted to the Scottish way back when. Millions of years ago or something. And they never changed it. So people from Doncaster are actually technically still Scottish.
When's the interesting fact bit?
Right, so you're fired. Take your beer, go play pool or something, mate.
Do you know where my mum's from? Pontefract.
Oh, really?
Is she?
Yeah. Harold Shipman's home.
Is that where he's from?
He's from there as well.
Pontefract is cursed, isn't it?
I once did another paranormal investigation in Pontefract that was even more insane, but maybe that's for another time.
Why are we wasting our time with a black monk then? What are we doing?
Honestly, it was more insane than that,
Is it
genuinely.
the ultra death monk or something?
It was the Red Lion, and a painting walked towards me.
Okay, this is not a story for another time, mate. This is a story for right now. You tell us.
Like genuinely, it blew my mind.
Like it sprouted legs?
It was on an easel. So, okay, I went. It was one of these pay to go to thing, and someone
Right.
got bought it for their birthday, and so they were like, okay, who should we take, James?
Naturally, yeah.
I went along. Didn't know what to expect because, no offense to anyone out there, I'm quite skeptical for guided tours. I always think if you're paying a lot of money, then there's an expectation for something to happen.
Yeah.
So can things be created? But it was an amazing night, and it was this painting called The Anguished Man. If you take a look online, it's been featured on TV shows all over the world. It's creepy if you look at it. It's a creepy painting anyway.
I'm going to find it while you say that. The Anguished Man.
Have a look. Yeah, The Anguished Man. If you type that in, it'll come straight up.
The sandwiched gran.
Someone died, and apparently she had this painting in her loft, and her son discovered it, or grandson discovered it, put it up in their room,
Not even anything to do with sandwiches.
and immediately things started happening in that house, and there's video recordings of like doors opening and slamming, orbs, and I don't mean dust or bugs, actual orbs. All these strange things started occurring, so paranormal research kind of took it on. And this was there as kind of something to generate activity.
Oh, like spur it on.
Yeah, a bit of a kind of catalyst. And the story of the Red Lion is it was like hotels and stuff above originally. It got closed. Then the landlord was so fed up of the paranormal activity that he screwed the door shut. And when I say screwed it shut, I don't mean like two. I mean the entire frame was nailed shut all the way around.
Little did he know, ghosts can walk through walls.
Well, we went upstairs, and I think this guy was like, "You've got sensors and stuff, haven't you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've been blah blah blah." Anyway, so then he was saying, "What do you feel?" and all this, and we were doing all this stuff. And then, as you know, I'm quite skeptical, even though I'm a believer. And we're all in a circle, and there's this painting on an easel, and there's two people, and they're kind of touching it. We're asking it questions. It's saying for yes, lift your left leg, and for no, lift your right leg. And it was doing it, and I was just like, this is nonsense. There's a trick. And they said, well, would you like to do it? And I was like, yes, I do. So I went and put my finger, and when I say touching it, I mean like I was holding it as lightly as possible. So like I had contact, but I was barely moving it, because I thought, if that other person's going to push it, I'm not going to join, and it's not going to... Nothing's going to happen. It still reacted. And at one point they said, right, we're going upstairs, because there was supposedly another haunted monk that carried out abortion supposedly upstairs. And that's why all the ghosts are there, because he was also a misogynist. I don't know how the story works. That's the legend. And they said apparently this painting was a little scared of the monk. So this is the narrative. So I was getting more and more skeptical. And then he said, do you want anyone to stay with you? And it said yes. It lifted its leg up for yes. And I was like, oh, God, what's going on? And they said, who do you want to stay with you? This painting started shuffling away from people's hands and turned and faced directly towards me.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, and what's going on here? And then everyone went upstairs and just left me downstairs in the pitch black with this painting.
All of a sudden you heard from the darkness, so you fancy a blowy?
I mean, the one thing that would be comforting is just to think of a painting doing the hokey cokey. Bring you back, wouldn't it?
Well, right, I was like, there's a trick here.
Yeah.
So I got my torch on. I was like, this is my opportunity. I took the painting off, got the easel, laid it down. Right, where's the wires? Nothing. It was just a normal easel. Someone listening might know, and you're a magician as well. People do perform tricks. I can't figure it out.
You know what, Jordan? That's a very interesting point, because you spend your life,
What, moving easels?
Yeah. You're a removals man.
I've always finding methods, aren't I?
We walked out of the Darren Brown show and you were like, right, no, I've done this, and I did that, and I did this, right? So what's your first thoughts?
Without seeing it, it's impossible to really say, isn't it?
Tell me an impression.
Yeah, please.
Shut your eyes, mate. See it in your mind's eye.
I don't know. The first thought is definitely wires, isn't it?
Yeah.
F***ing skeptics, am I right, James?
My other thought was, if it was dark enough for someone to move it and not be seen.
No, there was torches on. And
Right.
there was me and one other person that was close to it. And when it started shuffling, that other person had let go.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
And then later on, we did a seance on the table. And the cup, at one point, I was the only person with a finger on it. And it was going crazy as well.
I just have this image now of, for the rest of the night, like, that painting is part of the group. Like, stood in the circle.
It was.
It's like,
It literally was. It literally was. Well, we were asking questions about the painting.
yeah.
And then the cup started going mad, and this woman went, oh, God, she's back. And apparently she was being followed by someone that was killed as a witch and stuff.
Wow.
And she said, I'm sorry, it's going to ruin, I need to step away from this. So she stepped away. And interestingly, because of my family's heritage, we were asking questions about it. The reasons why he was attracted to me. He was a musician, and the story that we kind of got from loads of research apparently over time was that he was a Nazi in a concentration camp.
Right.
Was fallen in love with a Jewish lady. It got discovered, and they executed this lady in front of him.
Ugh.
So
Right.
he was tormented and then painted this painting, and he put some of his own blood in the painting, and apparently that's the curse of the painting.
Right.
Now, obviously, my heritage, for those that don't know, my grandmother's in a concentration camp, and I'm a musician, so there was this narrative kind of going on throughout the night. It was bizarre. I don't have explanation for it, and even now I'm sceptical. Even as a believer, I'm sceptical. I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
think there was some sort of trick, but I cannot figure it out.
Weird.
It was insane.
That sounds it. So are we cancelling Pontefract then?
Hell no. We're taking double James.
I think we should go for a drink in that pub before
Yes.
Oh, great idea.
we go.
Yes.
We go to
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. What a
Sunday
great
lunch
plan.
there on a not Sunday.
Anyway, can I talk about this f***ing woman? This is going to seem really f***ing boring now.
Was it of ours?
It wasn't a vase. It's a statue this time.
Oh, not a biro.
Not a biro, not even a painting. Sorry, guys.
Of Lem's Hip.
Of
in
Lem Sip,
Cyprus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of Lem, the Lem Sip statue from Cyprus.
Was it on a hill?
Not in my notes. I mean, I don't know because I haven't read it yet.
Was it on an easel?
Because Cyprus Hill is well known.
I'm done. I'm out.
Sorry, what was that?
Not a problem. So this statue was carved from limestone around 3,500 BC in a village called Lem in Cyprus. It's a small prehistoric idol and thought to have been part of a fertility or mother goddess tradition, but its modern nickname is the goddess of death. Yeah. And this came from what happened after it was dug up in 1878. History, bitch.
Technically, everything is.
Yeah, true. The first recorded owners, the Elfont family, kept it proudly displayed until every single member of their family died within 6 years. Do you need an inhaler or something, mate? You're very breathy over there. It's like...
It is warm in here.
It is very warm.
Very warm.
Take a drink, pal.
The hill in Doncaster is infamous, and I haven't got to.
There's that easel, isn't there, on the top of that hill?
It's very easy to get distracted. I was talking to myself.
Is it lemming season?
You guys have a little chat amongst yourself. I'll
Lemmings
talk to the
jump off the
audience.
hill.
After that, it was passed to the Ailes family, and within 4 years, all dead.
Jeez.
Thanks. Then it went to the Colt Hearts, again, all dead within a few
Colt
years.
Hearts?
Colt Hearts.
Right.
Colt Hearts. Colt, like the gun. Hearts, like the thing in your chest. And weirdly, it wasn't a single catastrophe that killed them all. There was no one event that wiped them all out. It was just a relentless string of untimely deaths. So in the 20th century, it landed in the collection of Sir Alan Beaverbrook, a respected Scottish archaeologist from Doncaster. He supposedly scoffed at the curse, but within months, he, his wife, both of their daughters, dead. The only surviving members were 2 sons who never lived with the statue. And after that, nobody wanted it. It was passed to the Royal Scottish Museum, where it remains today in a sealed glass case.
On the hill of Doncaster.
So if anybody is in Scotland and can go to this place...
Doncaster's in Scotland.
It is. Yeah.
It's not, it's part of Scotland.
Not if you're in Doncaster, because you're in Scotland.
This is far too much information for my brain to try and take in one. I'm used to only having one person talking to me. I'm trying to read a script off a phone that I can't really see, so...
Is Cyprus in Britain?
I don't know.
The military bases, British territory.
Jordan, help me.
Beyond help.
All I need you to do is speak to James for me while I take a drink of memory juice.
Doom bar.
Yes.
Cursed.
As it's more commonly known.
Yeah.
All right, you bastards, if that didn't do it for you, then how about this third and final cursed object?
So, just has anything happened since it's been in the museum?
No, it's fine. No one wants to go near
And
it.
how did it come back from Cyprus to Scotland?
Well, if you'd listened to the story instead of interrupting, you'd know.
Sorry.
It was passed to a Scottish collector
Right.
whose family died, and then it went to the Scottish Museum where it stays now.
Why did the Scottish collector want a statue?
Because it's a
from...
3,500-year-old fertility goddess statue.
Right.
He was just like, curses, schmerces, mate. Curses, hearses, more like, for him, because all his family
Good one.
died. Thanks. I'm back on form. The memory juice is kicking in. So on to the... any more questions?
I just wondered if I saw it. I've been to that museum.
Okay. Did you see it?
Was that in Doncaster?
It was the Museum of Scotland in Doncaster.
I'll tell you what, right,
in Scotland.
you can take that fact up with my dad, okay? He told me, and I just thought you'd find it interesting.
Would it be better with your mum? She's from Scotland/Doncaster.
Precisely, yeah, that's why I told you.
So you've got double Scottish parents.
Exactly.
So does that cancel each other out? Are you a nobody?
Non-existent. Right, so the third object. This is going to flip your nipples ground side.
Like a light switch?
Exactly. People say tits up, you're going to be fucking nipples down. You're ready to suck some fucking dirt through your nostrils, you bastards. This is the Prague Horloge death clock from the Czech Republic. Not in Scotland,
there as well.
not in Yorkshire, not in Cyprus, not on a hill.
In Czech. Okay.
In the heart of Prague's Old Town Square stands Horloge, O-R-L-O-J. I can't read it, my apologies. A huge, intricate, astronomical clock built in 1410. And as the clock strikes the hour, crowds gather to watch its procession of carved apostles, a skeleton, ringing a bell, and all manner of medieval weirdness. But behind the tourist charm is a darker local legend. The clock is cursed, and if it ever stops for too long, tragedy will hit the city. The story goes... Thanks, James. Always on form. The story goes that the original clockmaker, someone I think it's called Master Hanus, was so proud of his creation that the city councillors feared that he'd replicate it elsewhere. So, what was their solution? Any ideas, guys? What was their solution to stop him? You know, did they go, "We'll pay you to not make this clock anywhere else and be part of our community"? What did they do? Jordan, what do you think they did?
Turn on the TV, did something else.
This'll stop him.
I think they took him about 40 minutes out of Prague to Huška Castle and put him down the hole.
They did not do that. Sorry, that was a f***ing good answer, though. Oh, mate, that's what
Yeah,
you
no,
get.
but Game of Thrones was great.
I think we're auditioning for new co-hosts. If anyone wants to...
Bye. I'll take my dip dabs and leave.
You can have mine, mate, as a consolation prize. No, unfortunately, none of those things were what was occurred. What they did was, they had him blinded.
Ooh.
As you would. And before he died, Hanus is said to have stumbled into the clock's mechanism and sabotaged it, laying a curse on anyone who dared to repair it without respect. That wasn't a... I mean, unless that was genuine. Yeah. That wasn't a moment. Okay, right.
How does someone stumble into a clock's mechanism?
Like this. My eyes. Oh, you know, as you're going through the door, stumbling.
How did he get up there?
He designed it. I guess he'd know. Right, we are nearing an hour in, and we have two more stories to go. Sorry?
I've seen that clock.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
No way.
It's beautiful.
Any stories to accompany that?
It was a really beautiful place, and then you hear an idiot, and every time you heard an idiot, they were always English on a stag do.
Of course.
Yeah, makes sense.
So for years, repairs supposedly went wrong, mechanics were injured, fell ill, and even died soon after working on it. And as for the whole when it stops people die side, the horloge has paused several times in history, and each time locals point to a natural disaster that followed. Either famine, plague, Nazi occupation, or even in modern day, when the clock was under repair in 2002, the work overlapped with the devastating floods that hit Prague during that summer. So today the clock is still ticking, still drawing tourists, and still watched closely by locals who get nervous at the thought of it stopping. They smile for photos, sure, but deep down they know the skeleton ringing that bell may not just be for show, but in fact may be waiting for his next opportunity to bring death.
Oh my goodness.
So, James, you have 3 local ghost stories for us.
Yes, 3 ghost stories from our beautiful town. So, Queen Mary's Church has got a lot of stories, famously where Anne Bronte's buried, which in Scarborough you can tell by the statue. That isn't there. And there is one really famous story, which is the vampire of Scarborough. Now, it's not an ordinary vampire, it's Scarborough after all. It is the ghost of Jenny Nicholson. And it's said that you can even hear her on the steps. That's just one of the stories. So, the Nicholson family still exists. It's a fishing family here in Scarborough.
Do they even own the realtors?
I imagine it is probably ancestors, so no offence to anyone, I'm just repeating the folklore.
Go ahead. It's like, I'm in the market for a new flat. It's like, whoa.
And we know, like, fishing families are very traditional, they've got a lot of folklore and a lot of superstition. And the Nicholson family were really excited because Mrs. Nicholson was pregnant and she was having the heir to the Nicholson family, and they were telling the entire town, they were celebrating before the baby was born, they were having this son and it was the heir to the whole Nicholson family. It's going to carry on the fishing tradition. They're going to kind of go out and they breed new Nicholsons, etc, etc. Except when the child was born, it was the most horrid of things. It wasn't this foretold heir, the prodigal son. What do you think it was?
A ball of hair.
Even worse.
Just an ugly baby.
Even worse.
Oh.
It was a female.
Oh.
They were so disappointed.
Hang on a sec.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry if you're driving, listening as well, and you haven't got a bucket ready.
You've got to fucking warn me if you're going to drop that kind of shit.
Can you imagine the shame they felt? Obviously, they...
No. Frankly not. But carry on. I'll try.
But because they proclaimed this son, poor old Jenny was seen as a bad omen, bad luck, and people would try and avoid her. They'd see her coming along the pavement, they would cross the street. She was shunned from society. She was kept kind of isolated. She'd never met a partner, never lived a life, and lived quite alone. Some started to even say that she was a witch because obviously being isolated, she turned quite strange. And sadly, poor old Jenny passed away and died and was buried as a witch in the unsanctified ground near the church, and there by the steps she remains, and it is said that her ghost is a vampire. Now, she doesn't feed on blood.
So they're wrong.
And, well, she's still a parasite because she feeds on the breath of sick children.
She's a bit of a bitch, isn't she,
She could
really?
have chosen something else, really.
I feel sorry for Jenny, though. I think,
Oh, yeah, in life, that was real shit.
Yeah.
But, to be a vampire and then feed off children's breath, that's also a bit of a dickish move.
Yeah, particularly if they have halitosis. It's not going to be good.
Precisely, yeah. She's like, you hear this, oh, that stinks. I got to eat, though.
Yeah.
Vampires got to eat.
I mean, just to flip it the other way, though, it sounds like she had a horrible life.
Yeah, time of misogyny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And, must have been awful for her.
So, I mean, it's probably good that she died.
Well, it'd been better if they just treated her nicely, but I can see where you went with
That's a
that.
really controversial take. One point of view that will be getting cut from the episode, lest we get cancelled, yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So this person was a real person. Is she documented?
Supposedly, it's a story spoken about through a long time, kind of in the old town.
Have you tried to get to any of the Nicholsons?
There is a fishing family in
I've
the
thrown
old town.
bricks through a few windows. No one's got back to me.
And yeah, the Nicholsons are part of our town's history, without a doubt. But no, I haven't actually traced it back to an actual person. But I have found this story being told from probably as far back as 100 years.
It's funny because Iain and I went to the Ghost Walk, didn't we?
We did.
Scarborough Castle, and that was never mentioned.
Oh, that was
It was
so
all
shocking.
about cursed coins and...
No
actually
chairs,
nothing.
No chairs.
No chairs,
No chairs.
despite their popularity.
I think at one point some guy did sit down to play poker, but that was about it. That was all the mention of chairs.
It's true. There was no mention really of actually really anybody, was there? It was just objects.
And I'd love to pick your brain and tell you the stories to see if any of that is even verified.
It could just be a nice theatrical production.
Precisely, yeah. I mean, it would have been nice if they'd said that on the website, because I was looking for some fucking decent stories.
Yeah, Iain was there with his fucking clipboard, right, making notes.
That, yeah. And a bat in my back pocket just in case it was shit. And boy, did she taste my bat. She tasted the back end of my fucking bat. They called her Cricket Face after that.
The irony now is that she's a ghost.
Yeah, she won't leave me alone. She keeps feeding off my kid's breath. It's so annoying.
So, the next one, it is there as a building, but it's no longer a pub. It's the Britannia.
All right.
So a lot of Scarborough pubs have a lot of stories and history, but this one just in particular is a really interesting one that's a little bit different. There is the usual kind of paranormal activity. There was a regular there called Albert. I have verified that. It was a genuine man that was there regular there, and he had his one chair that he liked to sit in.
How ironic.
And he passed away, and if you sit in his chair, some people kind of get a real sense of unease and don't like it. Some people even felt a presence. Some people have even been touched, not in that way.
Damn.
And they used to even leave a pint for Albert there, which is really nice.
Did that pint ever disappear?
Only when I was there.
Right, yeah. You don't mind, do you, Albie?
I don't know why. I don't know why he always drank it when I was in. I was like, you better refill that for poor Albert. He's
Yeah, poor Albie. He's not quite yet. He could do with another one, actually.
Yeah. And the other one there was someone that liked playing with the beer mats, and they'd lay them all out and then they'd find them piled up again. Coins would move as well, so some kind of poltergeist activity. And it's attributed to a boy that they would see near the pool table that looked like a chimney sweep. And interestingly, if you're a particularly pretty blonde lady, you would often have your trousers pulled from behind.
Ooh. So wear a skirt.
Wear a skirt and don't be pretty, I think is the advice.
I can do
covered. And oddly enough, he liked a belt of whiskey, didn't he?
Yes,
2 fingers of whiskey.
Just leave that next to Albert whenever I'm in, because
I
could communicate and got that information.
He's telling me actually he's just asked for 2 shots,
particularly a heavily peated Isla whiskey.
Yeah,
and for you to leave, he's asked for you to leave the till open as well. I don't know why.
Oh, he's just going to put some money in there after, isn't he?
Yeah,
for all the whiskies.
Of course,
yes. And ask the pretty blondes to leave exactly when I do as well. I think it's important.
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
But the really interesting thing about this is upstairs there were a lot of jots kind of going on.
Right.
Just one of those things. And where things, as you know, just in case anyone doesn't, it's where things kind of disappear from our fabric of reality and reappear either the exactly same object or an object very similar that looks the same. So that was just some of the activity. But the really interesting story is they got a cleaner in, and the cleaner lasted 1 shift. And she lasted 1 shift because while she was cleaning, she kept hearing voices speaking to her all the way through the upstairs of this flat.
You missed a spot.
It wasn't that she was just really shit.
She wasn't schizophrenic or anything. She wasn't bipolar. What makes this interesting is she could hear voices constantly, but she was deaf.
Oh, so how does she know?
She just kept hearing people talking to her. So obviously, as a deaf person, it was terrifying and definitely was paranormal.
Definitely.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Oh, please.
Interesting. So that was at the old Britannia.
Yeah, which is up for sale if anyone wants to purchase it.
I'd love to.
That pub as well was part of a separate street that no longer exists, so it's older than Westborough itself.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So a very, very old place. So the final story is one of Scarborough's most famous.
Oh.
And she's known famously as Lydia Bell, also known as the Pink Lady. This is why I wanted to include it, because it is a real person, like a genuine person. And she went missing. That's her now.
She's just turned up on a Harley 857.
Doing a Just Eat shift.
Someone order a sandwich.
She went missing on the 14th of May 1804. The Bell family were a really well-known family. They were merchants, so Mr. Bell Sr. was a famous chocolatier. He even provided chocolate to the royal family. You could still get a book that he wrote about chocolate and making chocolates. It was published.
Wow.
Still available now. So he was really well-known and respected. Originally from York, settled in Scarborough. It's the building next to the town hall. It's known as the Bell Mansion. It's a shop now with flats above. And it started started, it's another tragic female, sadly, where she disappeared and was found murdered and has still never found justice. Her killer is still at large. Now, the ghost story, we'll say her name was Lydia Bell, and that she's haunts South Bay Beach, and that's the story, as well as Bell Mansion. In reality, Lydia Bell was actually found on Caton Bay Beach, and her name was Eleanor. Now, we don't know whether colloquially she was known as Lydia, but yeah, her name was Eleanor Bell.
So did the Lydia come from then? Do you know?
We don't quite know. We don't know whether she was just kind of colloquially known, that was her nickname, or whether it's just been lost to time. Because there's lots of different stories kind of interwoven in this. But I think it's really important that we remember the actual lady, child, 16 years old. Now, she was seeing a soldier who was part of the York Volunteers, who at the time was stationed at Scarborough Castle.
Right.
So she had been kind of sneaking out, going on for romantic walks with this gentleman. So he was the first suspect, and it was said that the house's cook had helped her kind of sneak out that night to go and see this man.
Right.
However, he said that he didn't see her, and he had an alibi, and he was taken to court, and it was upheld in court that his alibi was solid, and so he was never tried, and they went back to York. So he wasn't convicted, although obviously there's still a lot of suspicion around that gentleman. She was strangled and had been raped, sadly, at Caton Bay. They determined that she hadn't washed up as well, because although her clothes were damp, they weren't sodden as if she'd been in the sea. Right. So it's quite a mystery how she kind of got there in 1804 as well. There was another person at the time called Val Nicholson, going back to the Nicholson family. I don't know if they are related. It's interesting though. Val had told the police that they were two witnesses that saw it. It turned out later that he had paid these two witnesses to say that these two people had seen her with this soldier, and they then later told the court that had occurred.
Right.
Interestingly, Val, on his deathbed, confessed to the murder, supposedly, and he said that he had been tormented by the Pink Lady throughout his entire life and had to kind of own up on his deathbed. But this is kind of like lost to folklore a little bit. Yeah. So he's interweaving in the story, but that end bit might be absolute nonsense. But Eleanor is still seen to this day, so there are people that work at the town hall where that is now, and they come out and they see her in the window. When it's been converted into flats, a gentleman who was one of the builders, he lived in Leeds, I think, Leeds or York, but so he stayed overnight in a sleeping bag in the top floor of the flat. The next day, he refused to go in there again, and he would not say what had happened. It was a cafe at one point, and a painter had come and visited, and before it's a car park, it's a really beautiful garden. He didn't know anything about the place, but he asked if he could paint the garden, and when he painted the garden, he painted a lady in a pink dress, a little girl in a pink dress, in his painting.
And then went on to do The Anguished Man.
I hope it's not quite as spooky. I haven't seen this painting, but I have verified it's a true story. Okay. So that's it. It's an interesting one. Another story as well is when there were flats, someone that lived across the bay had used a telescope, and weirdly, and you know, I'm surprised they admitted it, they were looking into the flats through a telescope and said to their friend that lived there, how come you've got a gorgeous pink dress? And she says, I don't own a pink dress, but she's clearly seen a woman in a pink dress in the window. So Eleanor, bless her, is meant to haunt the building and the steps going down to South Bay Beach.
Interesting. Didn't hear that before.
Not Caton Bay though, weirdly, where she did actually die.
Well, that's like the guy, I can't remember his name, but the guy who was beheaded in York, who lived at Scarborough Castle, who now haunts Scarborough Castle rather than...
It was... Warwick, he was killed.
Oh, was it Warwick?
And he was put through with a sword.
I thought he was beheaded.
No.
I have to re-listen to episode 100.
They might have done afterwards.
Just for funsies.
Just to make sure.
So we kind of expected this to go on for a little bit longer. We've got nothing to do now. I was like, chop his head off.
But yeah, that's an interesting one, because he, you know, there are Mark Riley, famous researcher who wrote the Scarborough Haunted book, and really lovely guy. He had stories from people that had visited the town that didn't know anything about the ghost stories, that had actually experienced that paranormal activity. Yeah.
Can I just say, by the way, when we first started and Jordan said what he had coming up, you said you had a memory, and it must be a little fucking podcaster switch that flicks on, because you're like, Warwick this beach, it's this person who wrote this book back in this time, and you know, the memories come from somewhere.
Well, I do a ghost tour where I feature these, and I've done it about 20 times, so some of those are ingrained, and Mark's a friend of mine, so that's how I know it.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, the notebook James brought is just to be more humble.
Yeah, it's just names and dates.
I've got names and dates in there.
He's got every year written from 0 to 2025, just in case he forgets one.
But Mark was part of a group I was used to be part of. I have a lot of respect for him as well.
Brilliant.
Him and his wife Angie is one of the most insane mediums I've ever come across.
Thank you very much for that. That was great.
Yeah, some very interesting stories. Thank you, James.
And I'd never heard of them.
I'm bored shitless. I was like, I wish I found
I wish there was a lamb statue.
Yeah. But very interesting. Thank you very much for bringing those to our humble show, James. Very kind of you indeed.
Thank you for having me, even if you didn't mention the chair.
Now, Jordan, fucking hell, it's been a long time, guys, but he has his trusty whiteboard. There it is. It's back. And he has a quiz for James, and this is my time to relax.
Open your dip taps.
I don't want to get sticky.
I mean, you don't have to cover yourself in it.
Yeah, but it gets on the, it's on the stick in the bag.
Yeah, and then in your mouth.
Yeah, but then, I've told you this before on an episode. I hate getting sugary fingers because I'm scared my dick will fall off. which is the long and short of it. Right, there's a story in there.
Have you ever explained this?
Yeah, I explained it on an episode.
Podcast?
Yeah, I think it was episode 15, part 2, when we were at your house, and I spoke about it because it was a cream egg guy. Yeah. So that's why I will not be eating it right now.
Because you might lose your knob.
I went to the cinema last night with my wife.
With who?
With Gina, the everlasting ginger life sucker. And they didn't have Pepsi Max or Coke Zero, which is the sugarless version. Mate, there's always Coke where I go, mate. I make sure of it.
Not if you lose it.
But I had to put full sugar Pepsi into my drink, and when I put the straw in, it exploded all over my hand. So before I went into the film, I had to then go wash my hands, because I was like, oh, I ain't f***ing going to forget about that and lose my dick.
That's great.
I actually thought about you last night, because I went to the theatre.
Because I was touching myself after a dip tap.
And I was like, oh, I've so much, what if I lose my dick? And then I thought of you. There was, in the play, there's a guy who's scared that things are going to burn through to his penis.
Oh, yeah.
And right. I just saw Iain.
Luckily, fire's all right, because I'm a little bit on the extreme side. Burn me up. But sugar, that's where I draw a line.
That stuff can get really hot and actually burn you.
Precisely.
I only draw a line with Coke.
Or ant killer.
I love it.
Paranormal quiz time.
Okay.
All right.
So everyone's like, James is a fraud.
No, this is all in good faith. So I imagine there'll be some listeners out there, and they may find themselves as a bit of a budding paranormal enthusiast, and they may well think, well, I've heard a fair bit when it comes to this. But actually, listeners may find it more fun to see if they can compare the knowledge to James.
An expert.
Yeah.
Or after this, he's going to be an expert.
Probably.
So I have for you 10 weird paranormal cases. Now, some of these are purportedly true cases, perhaps even slightly local legend.
Is there a hole in a chair?
But some are just downright made up by me.
You've done this to me. You've done exactly this to me.
Oh, I did.
You did.
I did.
You bastard.
You did really well in that as well.
Thank you.
I have a feeling you'll do really well in this, to be honest.
Probably not.
And your job, James, is to let me know, as we go through them, if the stories are real paranormal events or poppycock. So I'll ask 10 questions, and I'll write my answers down on my trusty whiteboard.
Like when I did the quiz and didn't keep score and then wondered what happened.
You are going to never want to come on the show again. You've been on twice in the last week and you've had 2 quizzes chucked at you. You're like, I just wanted to f***ing chat.
And then we'll reveal each and tally them up at the end. That makes sense?
Wonderful, yeah.
All right. So everybody at home, play along. Get yourselves your own trusty whiteboard. And shall we begin?
Let us begin.
Go for it, mate. I'm excited.
And Iain, I don't want any help in here. I know you're signalling from the bonus episode 26.
Shit. Sorry, bud.
So, in 2009, a man in rural Arkansas, USA, reported seeing Bigfoot stealing his chickens while wearing a reflective safety vest.
Well, I haven't heard that one, I have to be honest. So
Are you saying paranormal or poppycock?
I'm saying Poppycock. Was the chickens wearing the vest?
No, that Bigfoot was.
Oh, definitely not that one then.
You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to write down what I think, and I'm going to let you know at the end.
Deal, yeah, okay. So you are thinking Poppy.
I've not heard it, no.
Okay.
I've not heard that one.
Number 2. In 1964, a British taxi driver said he picked up a woman in white who vanished mid-ride, but still left exact change.
Do you know there's loads of stories like this all over the world? The most famous one I've forgotten the name of, but gets out at a cemetery. We've even got one in Thirsk, so I would...
By a chair?
Sutton Bank. Yeah, we've got one there. So I would say that one is real.
Going for a reel on number 2.
I'm not going for a number 2.
Of course, yeah. When you go for a number 3, that's amazing.
Yeah.
In the mid-2000s, a ghost left angry messages in a deceased husband's handwriting on the mirror.
I would say, I mean, I don't know the exact case, but yeah, stuff like this does happen often. And mirror scrying.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of different types of scrying.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one that appears regularly, something about mirrors, and I would say, I mean, I don't know the case, but I would, just as a guess, would say it's true.
Real.
Yeah.
Going for a reel for number 3. Number 4. In early 2010s, an IKEA in southern France had a resident poltergeist that caused furniture to move out of hours. It was always in the showroom, but never the warehouse.
I actually think I've heard of this. I'm going to say real.
Going for a reel. Number 4, real.
I'm going to do terrible, aren't I?
This is all in the name of fun. There's no reputation on the line. Number 5.
Except yours.
In 2020, a haunted Alexa device in Oregon, USA, kept ordering clown wigs and was even said to play honk noises at 3 a.m.
I actually made a joke about this of a haunted
Did
Alexa
you?
today on my social media feed, which is a bit serendipitous.
Yeah.
I've heard of haunted Alexas. I've covered it on my show. I've never heard of haunted Alexas ordering clown wigs, so I'm going to say fake.
Okay, so a number 5 is a Poppycock.
Poppycock.
Number 6. In 1968, an Italian priest reports a possessed vacuum cleaner that chased nuns around a convent.
If it was Chase Priest, I'd get it. But no.
Poppycock.
Cock, yeah.
Poppycock in the lock.
Maybe Poppy has a cock. And a secret, like a nun, maybe. Who knows?
Go for a number 6 as the old Pops Cocks.
Yes.
Number 7. In 1974, a poltergeist in a Welsh farm was blamed for setting fire to a man's trousers while he was wearing them.
That's true. As
Go
far
for
as
a
I
true.
know. Yeah.
I think I know the name of that case too.
It's a case where it rang up insane amounts of electricity and they kept getting these bills.
All the animals went insane, didn't they? And the guy was painting.
He was a painter, yeah.
Is it Helter Freig or something like that?
That's not the name.
It's something
But
like
I can't
that.
remember the name.
Something farm.
Something farm. The
Well,
farm is definitely
the
something
Welsh
farm.
farm.
The farm bit is definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and a man kept appearing, a woman, I think, on the stairs in a rocking chair to the kids.
A chair, you say?
All sorts of things. Yeah, it's not in Thirsk either.
No, well,
It
no.
moved.
The theme's running through this podcast.
Yes, I want to sit down.
Okay, so a reel for number 7. Number 8. In the 1980s, a haunted toaster was said to speak in a low, evil voice, even shooting flames from it, and produce toast with the word Satan lives scratched into it.
True, I think. I think it's true.
We're going for a reel?
I go for real.
Okay.
I've definitely known a case of a haunted toaster because they tried, and I think Ghostbusters, the film, then aped it because there was a haunted toaster. So I think it is a genuine case.
Going for a number 8 on the reel.
Yeah.
Number 9. In the 1980s also, a man in Ohio, USA, despite not being a musician, had a ghost take over his body to play the trombone, but only during Memorial Day.
That's a tough one. There's loads. Like, I actually read an article not recently, probably last year, but about people that had suddenly got these amazing abilities, musician
And
abilities.
there's also people that speak other languages as well, don't they?
Yeah, who've had a head injury or been
Yeah.
in a coma and then suddenly speak languages they've not been. The Catholic Church would class that as a possession because it's miraculous. But yeah, some people just suddenly, for no reason, There was a famous painter as well who befriended a painter, apparently got possessed and started painting, and even experts were like, this is their hand. So
Oh, I see. And obviously never painted before.
they were okay
Right.
and suddenly became incredible.
Okay.
And then it's a bit like people who study signatures can define a signature,
see.
whether it's forged, and they could define their brush strokes. Sorry, the whiskey's kicking in. And it is that person. So these cases do exist. So although I don't know the specific case, I would say that is real.
So we're going for a number 9 real.
Yes.
And the last one. In 2005, dozens of African school children said they saw a small, glowing humanoid figure that warned them that the air is getting bad.
The air is getting bad. Yep. Bit of a crap message. You come all the way and appear to
That's what they all f***ing say, innit?
Do you know, it's so crap. I say it's real. I mean, there was a case in Africa where all the kids saw a UFO.
The aerial school.
Yeah, and drew pictures, and
Yeah.
they were all, and even they separated them and drew pictures, and they were identical.
I'm wondering if you did get that story from AI, maybe it's just misgiving you the year, because that's what that sounds like.
Apparently not.
But
Okay.
the air is it's too crap to write that.
Well, that's what they say. They talk about, the f***ing nuclear war and your world's going to die and everything's getting shit, and that's that's f***ing part of the spiel, isn't it? Kids.
I once did some communication with a ghost, and it was spot on, whatever it was. Everything was spot on, and then it was proving that there was intelligent communication. And then when I was like, have you got what's your message to me? It was something like, oh, the future's going to happen, something like that.
Oh, wow. Turn your lights off.
Like, great. Yeah, cheers.
Thanks
Wow.
for your help, yeah.
Yeah, that was not out or not. Well done, James.
So a 10 is a...
I'm going to go for real. It's too ridiculous to say that the air's...
The air is bad. Okay, so answers, everybody at home.
Oh,
They're all going to be real, aren't they?
So, number 1.
that's the kind of shit Nolly pulls, yeah.
They're all bollocks. In 2009, a man in rural Arkansas reported seeing Bigfoot stealing his chickens while wearing a reflective safety vest. You said that is Poppycock. Iain said it is true. I'm afraid, Iain, you're wrong. James, you're right. It was indeed the old Poppy's cock.
It was actually Iain wearing...
It was, yeah. It was while he was working. Number 2 was a British taxi driver who was said to pick up a woman who vanished mid-ride but still left exact change. You both said it was real. And you're both right, you get a point. And just for a little bit of context, numerous phantom hitchhikers reports exist, but this one aligns with a case just down the road from us in York, where drivers claimed to pick up a ghostly woman who vanished from their cab. Some even reported payments left behind, and the anecdotes appeared in Haunted York by Rupert Matthews and UK folklore compilations.
Fantastic. The one in Sutton Bank, near Thirsk, is she gets in your car chair...
Your car chair. You like chairs, don't you?
And she's a hitchhiker, and if you give her a lift, then you crash.
Oh.
So, not necessarily...
Should I cover your eyes or something?
I don't know.
Pretty guaranteed, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so I always imagine that there'll be some poor woman desperately hitchhiking
In white.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the name of the show, but I don't know if you've seen it, where in Japan, after the tsunami, there's a show, it's been bought by Netflix, and it's really good. I can't remember the name. Fantastic show, though. It's a documentary that they do each time, and sometimes it's an unsolved murder case, and other times it's paranormal and stuff like that. And there's a whole documentary, which, for a skeptic or a believer, is fascinating, that a lot of taxi drivers kind of got called after the tsunami in Japan, and giving people lifts, and they'd just vanish.
Okay.
And we're talking like a lot more than...
One or two reports here
One
or
or
there.
two reports you can kind of go,
Yeah.
People
okay.
making shit
But
up.
these are... And you see the interviews, and they're very genuine people. And the taxi drivers, they don't do fares for nothing. These are...
Of course.
It's their livelihood.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah, please do.
Please, yeah.
The show is Unsolved Mysteries. I've just looked it up.
Oh, lovely. Okay, maybe we could stick it up.
If we can, if that's possible, aye.
Yeah,
Please, later.
Very good. Number 3 was in the mid-2000s. A ghost left angry messages in the deceased husband's handwriting on the mirror.
Can you just tick my truth, please?
I wasn't telling both, but I can do.
If you wouldn't f***ing mind me.
Okay, all right.
I'm not here for the lols.
Aren't you?
No, not God, no.
For the serious talk. Okay.
You and I need to have a discussion about our direction.
Oh, this is an interesting one. James says real, Iain says false, or rather Poppycock. And I'm afraid James is correct. Iain, you are wrong again.
Nice.
And just to give a bit of context, apparently it includes notes written in strange handwriting, levitating furniture, and visible apparitions. It was witnessed by a young couple, their 3-year-old son, and 2 paranormal investigators.
Oh, because there's a fucking worthwhile witness, a 3-year-old. Right, wake him up out his crib. I know he's been asleep for 10 minutes, but we need to know what he saw. Blah, 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 blah. I think that translates to ghosts.
I'm not sure they interviewed him really, but... So it was published in a book called The South Shields Poltergeist by Mike Hallowell.
I own that book.
Do you?
Yes,
I've done an episode on this as well.
Is this the one you did?
I'm pretty sure that's where we spoke about levitating plugs.
Yeah, that wasn't in the story. Number 4 was the IKEA poltergeist that caused furniture to move out of hours, but always in the showroom, never the warehouse. James, you said that is real, as did you, Iain. Or rather, you said truth, but both false. That is just bollocks.
You know what, I was thinking... Poppycock, actually, mate. I was thinking about the Toys R Us.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I was thinking. I know there's a shop poltergeist somewhere, and I thought that rings a bell, but I was thinking
Poltergeist are us.
Yeah.
Where you can buy your poltergeist.
You can buy your poltergeist toys, plugs.
Nice.
Which is just abbreviated to Toys R Us.
Full circle. At number 5 was a haunted Alexa device that ordered clown wigs and played the honk noise at 3 a.m. James said it was Poppycock. Iain said it was true. James gets it again, I'm afraid. That was indeed Poppycock.
I should have known, really, based on this week's release with the fucking Alexa devices that do stupid stuff.
It's true, yeah. Number 6 was the Italian priest that has a possessed vacuum cleaner that chases nuns around the convent. You both said that was Poppycock, and you're both correct. Utter shit.
Thank the Lord.
Or the priest would, I suppose. Number 7 was the Welsh poltergeist who was blamed for setting fire to a man's trousers.
We both know this is real because we discussed it. So,
and you're both correct.
Of course. Yeah. Do you have the name of the farm?
Hellfire Farm.
That's the fucking one. I said something like hell to Finter.
You did, and I couldn't correct you.
I'm going to have to beep a little bit of that in the middle. That's annoying because I said
and that one.
And that one too, yeah.
The family reported haunting phenomena, including spontaneous combustion and oppressive atmospheres. It was also featured in a BBC documentary called A House in Hell. Number 8 was the haunted toaster that has Satan Lives scratched into it, and it was speaking in a low, evil voice and even shooting flames from it. James said it was real. Iain said it was false.
I did.
I'm afraid James has got it again. It's real.
Thank God. Because if we didn't have a paranormal expert on,
it's very true.
Why would we even have him here? Oh, eye candy.
Yeah, yes, yeah. on an audio form.
For us.
Oh, yes, of course. So the source for this was a real claim made by a woman named June O'Brien from New Jersey in the 1980s. She said her toaster was possessed and talked to her. The incident was featured on the Today Show. So there you have it. Number 9, we have despite not being a musician, the ghost allowed him to play the trombone, but only during Memorial Day.
I said false.
You said Poppycock?
Sorry, my mistake.
No, you said false.
I did say false, yeah. You changed it to Poppycock.
James said real. Iain's done it this time.
Hey, well done.
Oh,
yeah.
It is, utter nonsense. That did not happen. Number 10 was the African school children that saw a small glowing humanoid figure that warned them that the air is getting bad.
The air is getting bad.
Oh God, he's here.
We've got a sound clip for you. You both said that was real, and you're both correct. Nice. That was indeed. So this is very similar. I can't remember where it was.
Doncaster.
No, it wasn't Scotland. This was an incident in Malawi, and this is where 60 school children claimed to see a landed craft and beings. Some children reported the beings communicated telepathically with warnings about the environmental harm, technology, and human behaviour. One child said the message was, "We are not taking care of the planet. The air is getting bad."
Yeah.
The event was documented by local teachers and non-profit groups during a wave of sightings. It was discussed in African Paranormal Reports and in Jacques Vallée's case files, The Confrontations of Vallee. So allow me to tot up your scores. I think we know who's won.
I think you've won, mate. Made both of us look like idiots.
So, James, you got a solid 8 out of 10.
That
is good.
That. Yeah.
Nice.
And Iain, you got a 5.
Yeah, well, you know what? Aliens are my preference.
And you got that one right, to be fair.
Exactly. There's a lot of ghosts in there. So I think it's only fair. Because he's not an alien guy, right? And that's why when we come together, we form the perfect...
It does get messy.
Oh, it does. Lots of things are sticky and grey after that.
I've got something I want to ask you, actually, Iain.
Oh, God. He's going to test me on what I just said. I was hoping that was it.
You know, you've got like an aversion to the aliens, particularly the Greys.
Yeah, I hate them, yes.
Let's say you're single, and one of the Scandinavian aliens, and they're fucking, as you know, they're hot.
The Nordics.
The Nordics, would you?
No, no. Probably, because I'm a horny bastard. At the best of times, I mean, I'm married, I'm still horny. So maybe, if I was single, then I'd say no. To be like, no, mate, they're all bastards.
Play hard to get.
Yeah, no, not to them. To you guys, I'd be like, fucking wouldn't go there, mate. Horrible bastards, they're all about coming here. Or,
coming over here, taking our humans.
Yeah, fucking alien dickheads,
Do you still think the Nordics are evil, then?
I think what aliens, Jordan.
I know they're fit, but...
Yeah, I think whatever it is, the paranormal entity is just disguising itself as that. So they come to you in many different ways to get whatever they want from you. So yes, I think they're evil.
I'm a Nordic. I'm really hurt.
But you are
mate,
beautiful.
I'm sorry I had to come out in this way. And yes, I will do you. That's your next question. No, the alien, the interstellar or interdimensional travelling wackers, from this earth, beautiful. Love you. You're a human. That's what I like. Alien they can all f*** off.
Racist.
I will happily be alien racist. Not from another country alien.
Let's not get cancelled.
No.
Well.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect place to stop because you're putting me into a spot where I can't dig myself out of.
So if anyone was playing along, do let us know how you got on. Shall we finish, Iain?
Please, yes, let's f***ing do it, man. So much editing. Okie dokie.
Luckily, I'm away soon. You can have this one.
That's fine. So thank you very much, James, by the way, for appearing on our show today. It's been very nice to have you. Fantastic to have your insight on all the paranormal stories that we have going on our very own doorstep.
But, James, if anyone else wants to hear more of what you do, where can they find it?
So, thank you for having me. Obviously, I'm a massive fan of the show, so it's a real pleasure and an honour to be here.
Never listen to yours.
I don't either. It's the Fortean News Podcast, Fortean, and I basically look at every month of anything paranormal, high strangeness, UFOs that have gone on, kind of disclose it. We also sometimes have some heads on that also talk about that as well.
I've been on a couple of times recently, haven't I?
But I also feature interviews as well with people in the field, and yeah, it'd be great if you give us a listen and give us your support. Number 4, Fortean podcast in the world by Player FM staff. So yeah, did very great honour.
And on top of that, you occasionally mention cabbages.
Yeah, cabbage, mate.
You've got that MIDI keyboard again, Iain.
That was perfect. That was a really good impression. The link for his podcast...
That was a great impression of me.
Yeah, no, but you said it like pitch perfect. The link for James's podcast will obviously be in the description of this, as well as the tickets for the sale for the live thing, where James will be making his presence known. He'll be outside punching people. That's it's like, when people normally stamp to get in, he just gives you a black eye. But yes, James, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So, does that about bring us around to the end of today's episode?
I think it does.
Fantastic news. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode, and maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend down to Scarborough and just look out for people in pink dresses, and when you do, just look at them and go, spooker! And once you've done that, and they ask you, why did you just point to me and say that? Just say, well, I heard it on a podcast. They're like, what podcast? And you're like, the best fucking podcast in the world, mate. Two Guys What's Up.
If you would like to get in touch with Iain and Jordan, not me, the link tree is in the bio of this episode, which you can click and be jetted off to every link you will ever need for all your TGWU essentials.
Want to get your own TGWU t-shirt? Click the link.
Want to teach me about ghostly phenomena so I don't fail another quiz? Click the link.
You want to actually know about the chair that's cursed in thirst? Click the link.
And if you click that link, it will blast you off to Patreon, the home of all your Two Guys What's Up essentials, including shout-outs, t-shirts, aliens and wankers mugs, and if you really can't get enough of our fantastic tales and sweaty voices, well, now you can get more of each, because there are currently 26 bonus episodes which come out on the last Friday of every month, just sitting there waiting for your ears to just gobble up that extra audio goodness. And all of that is available right now, starting with the bonus episodes for just £3 per month.
But again, so if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do so, head over to patreon.com/Two Guys What's Up to check out all the goodies over there, of which the link will be down below for your pleasure.
What if you can't do that, but you'd like to support the show?
God, he's got his book out again.
Then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would be the best and freest way to do that. And the boys would be eternally grateful.
Aye, pal, we would.
But on that note, thanks for listening. Y'all have an amazing week, and we will see you next Monday.
Poppycock! And I was temporarily, very temporarily, on your live as well when everything kind of just went fuzzy, didn't it?
Oh, you f***ing going on his live now, are you?
I am. Well, you were like, oh, my phone's on 18%, pal. I'm going because I'm on holiday and you're not.
No one wants to involve me anymore. I'm sad.
Well, you go to Cleethorpes.
I was forced. That was definitely under duress. I did not want to go to f***ing Cleethorpes.
I think you should have gone to Spain.
Me too. Anyway, so shall we just jump into the good stuff of today? Delete all that.
Yeah.
Take 2.